Well, hello, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is Monday. Don't forget, tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be live doing our live stream. And at the moment, we have some breaking news on the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe this is the Dallas Cowboys admitting that they've got a problem at cornerback because the Cowboys have made a signing. And this is a typical Dallas Cowboys sign. Let's be clear here. This is the Cowboys season now, looking for value. Screw you, Stephen Jones. Instead of actually getting legitimate players, the Cowboys feel good about getting guys who have been on the street for a while. And to make matters even worse, I don't have a problem with trying to get a flyer on a guy who maybe has been out. You know, everybody should get a chance, right? But we're talking about a player who hasn't played since 22, has not been on an NFL roster since the Chicago Bears in 22. And he has now missed all of the OTAs and training camp, and you pick him up, you think, okay, this is a guy we can add to our roster. So we have added former Denver Broncos, Michael Jamide. Okay, yeah, somebody else will get it right. He's making his return to the NFL by the Dallas Cowboys, who basically are admitting, we got a problem in the secondary. And we'll probably do the same thing at defensive tackle. We'll find somebody who hasn't played for 2 or 3 years, or somebody who was basically a bust, and think that we can rehab him. Per Tom Passero of the NFL Network is first to report that a 2020 third-round pick by the Denver Broncos, who has recently been playing in the USFL, is coming to the Star in Fresno. He appeared in 21 games over 3 seasons with the Broncos and also played 1 game for the Bears in 22. When he was at the top of his game, the 6'1", 200-pound former Iowa standout made 11 starts as a rookie. In what is a familiar NFL story, injuries limited his availability for the rest of his time in Denver, which led to him joining the DC Defenders in the UFL. The Cowboys, of course, dealing with several injury issues at corner. Standout Diggs is rehabbing in hopes of being ready soon enough to avoid being on the PUP list to start the season. Promising rookie Savon Ravel recently experienced a rehab setback. Of course, the Cowboys always draft guys at a bargain rate that are injured that can't play the first year. And won't be available to work till the start of the year. Additionally, backup candidates Josh Butler and Ceylon Carson have been sidelined for part of the summer. Does signing of the Cowboys curb the nation's desire for Dallas to make a legitimate move for a starting cornerback, where Deron Bland and Kyer Elam are now the top guys, with the big vacancy at third corner? No, this doesn't do that. Here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing that kills me, okay? The Cowboys moved on from Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis, who was one of the most underrated slot cornerbacks in the NFL. He was a good player. Good player. You had him here, and you decided, nope, we're okay. We could let him go. Okay. You should have immediately, because see, here's what the Eagles would do. The Eagles let go a guy. They look and say, how can we get a better guy than the guy we just left? How can we get a better player than the guy we just got rid of? The Cowboys say, we got somebody here who can fill the shoes. And if they don't, we'll get a guy who hasn't played in the NFL for 2 years. That'll be our solution. And we as fans turn out and say, oh, well, Dak Prescott, he choked. People, we have had a cornerback. It's not news. It's not a news flash. Diggs didn't just get hurt last week, and now we're scrambling. Diggs, we knew, wasn't going to be ready to start the season. And what do? You draft a guy who's injured after you let a guy go. And now you're looking around on the scrap heap trying to find somebody who you can plug in and make a difference. This is the typical Dallas Cowboys and why we need to fire the damn GM if we could. This is stupid. This is a death guy. If we want to go through in his 3 years of playing between 2020 and 2022, he had 22 games with 12 starts. In his time, he's had 0 sacks and 73 total combined tackles. That's it. That's the list. That's the Cowboys' solution to Jordan Lewis and Trayvon Diggs and Savon Rivell being injured. Oh, and mind you, Micah Parsons, well, there's no current movement, of course. Adam Schefter says that, of course, this seems to be personal and that the Cowboys, who are less than 3 weeks away from the season opener against the Philadelphia Eagles, are sitting on their fat ass waiting for their premiere tomorrow night. If I seem a little bit pissed right now, it's because I'm a bit pissed right now at the Dallas Cowboys and their front office ineptitude and how I got suckered into believing that this year was going to be different than what we've seen. This is this year's Jordan Phillips move, although they did trade for Jordan Phillips. They did trade for Jordan Phillips. Yeah, it's bad over here in Cowboy land, people. It is really, really bad. They need to go ahead and stop the BS. Stop crapping on us fans and get some shit done other than, I'm not even sure this is bargain basement. I mean, seriously, I'm not even sure this is bargain basement. This is going to Home Depot and saying, hey, anybody out there ever play football? We got a spot for you. We got a spot for you. Yeah. So this move, it's kind of funny because this move, I haven't even seen it catching anything on Twitter. Everything is Micah Parsons have not engaged discussions for a trade or for an extension. Clarence Hill, a good day for the Cowboys to sign Micah. It's been 17 days since Micah requested a trade by RJ. Bobby Belt, this is a different negotiation. Maybe it gets worked out, but there's still there has to be an olive branch from the Cowboys, in my opinion. That is Bobby Belt. Don't make me get my belt out. Yeah. And we got Cheesehead. I would expect the Packers to be among teams interested in Micah Parsons. So, yeah. Cowboys doing stupid-ass Cowboys things. Peace.